what if Robert Downey Jr. returned? If you watch that Joe Rogan podcast, he asked him that. And Robert's like, well, wouldn't you feel cheapened? Joe Rogan's like, nah, not at all. Well, yes, I would feel cheapened. I am Iron Man. Snap the finger, the sacrifice. And all of a sudden, if he's back, that would, no. But in what capacity? Because he already did come back in Spider-Man Far From Home. A scene similar to this happened. We already saw a cameo appearance of him in The Black Widow. Something from 2016 is rumored to finally be shown in this film, a deleted scene. And it'll add context to it. I'm good with Robert Downey Jr. returning for things like that. What about Ironheart? He's going to be her artificial intelligence. Like, you just put a blue filter over the man. He'll speak the same way he spoke to his daughter at the end of Endgame. Love you 3000. He looked at everyone inside of that room. He was an artificial intelligence. They could bring him back then, do a couple of scenes, a couple of days on set, maybe do some voiceover work also. He's going to be doing the What If series, that animated show. He's going to be featured there talking like Iron Man. I'm okay with that. I'm even more okay if they do it in a couple years. It does got to take time. But if they go, we need a Tony. Time machine, go back. You see a Tony Stark that hasn't died yet. Hey, buddy, what would you do in this situation? I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. They leave and they come back. I'm good with stuff like that. I'm not cemented on Robert Downey can't return. Yes, the sacrifice was made. Yes, it would cheapen that. I'm not even doubting it. But after reading everything, like with Iron Man 2020 happening now, and everything with him dying and is he alive or not, will the artificial intelligence of himself that thinks it's not really him become alive? Which my theory is he'll get the Soul Stone. Maybe that'll happen in the MCU. Maybe the stones will recreate themselves and the Soul Stone will find itself inside of Tony's body. Maybe that'll revive him. Maybe reality and everything will say, oh, we got a time stone and everything just reforms on Tony Stark's dead body. Maybe. I don't know. They can do anything in comic book films. I'm good with that. Same with Chris Evans returning. He's an old man Captain America, right? But those old bones still got that super soldier serum. I can see him coming back. Hey, there's a problem with Scott Summers. Please speak to him. And he shows up on the beach like Avengers vs. X-Men issue 1. Hey, Scott. Hey, Cap. I respect you, but this is my point. And then, we get this big Avengers vs. X-Men movie where we got old man Cap. And the good thing is, Captain America's old. Chris Evans, he can just play that role anytime he wants to. With Robert Downey, you're going to have to de-age him because he can't look any older than he looked in 2023. That doesn't matter. You just put some black ink over his beard anywhere that there are grays. They've already de-aged him once in 2016. We're good. So I'm good with Robert Downey returning. How about you? Do you feel there is no capacity in which he can return? Do you feel like this is Robert Downey can't even show up for cameo appearances? He can't do flashbacks for the sake of it. I don't want to see him as AI Tony Stark. I don't want to see his dead body. I don't know, nothing. He is done. Is that how you feel? Or do you have more leniency? Like, where do you stand on the can Robert Downey Jr. return as the Iron Man? What are the provisions set in place? What are the restrictions? He can, as long as it's pre-2023. What if they did a movie that happened in between those 5 years later from Endgame? What if they have had adventures, I'm sure, that Nebula and him talked and he might have went to space. 5 years is a long time. Your thoughts?